What's up, booktubers? Today I have a different type of video that I'm going to do because it involves a book that recently hit the, I guess you might say, the small screen, but I wanted to talk about it because it's one of my favorite books that I've read in the last few years, and I was happy to see it come out in movie form. It has me excited about future possibilities, so I'll talk about that next. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I am a fan of Taylor Jenkins Reid books, and one of her books was recently came out on Amazon as a series, and that is Daisy Jones and the Six. And I read Daisy Jones and the Six after I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and because I had such a great experience reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, this had been sitting on my bookshelf. I had this for a while, but I hadn't gotten around to reading it. But once I had that great experience with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, to me it was just a very natural progression to jump into this one. And so I jumped into this one, and I really enjoyed this book. And this book is written a little bit differently because it's written in the form of interviews, and so almost like a documentary, which is, if you saw the mini-series that came out on Amazon, you'll understand a little bit better how this book was written and maybe why it was written this way, or maybe I'm thinking about it the opposite way. You'll understand why the mini-series came out the way it did based on the book. So however you want to choose to look at that. But I do this video to say that a lot of times big or small screen adaptations of movies don't live up to our expectations, and we leave the experience very disappointed. We feel sometimes cheated because it did not live up to the expectations, even if we sometimes have lower or guarded expectations of what we're getting ready to watch. But in the case of Daisy Jones and the Six, I think that Amazon, the producers of the miniseries, did an excellent job. I really enjoyed the miniseries. It took me a while to get around to actually watching the miniseries, but once I did, really similar to the experience of picking up this book and actually reading it, I was really happy with it. I got hooked on it. I was enjoying it, and I really thought that they just did an excellent job with it. So if you have not read the book or seen the miniseries, I would suggest personally that you read the book first, and then you come back with the mini-series. But I think if you do it, maybe in whatever order you do it, I think you'll be happy, because I think that this was definitely one of my favorite books a couple of years ago, and I was really impressed and happy with the film. It does a really good job telling the story, and based on some of the reviews I've seen, I think a lot of other people are having a very similar experience. So Daisy Jones and the Six, read the book, watch the mini-series on Amazon.